Inconsistent, unreliable, and unfinished work. You just lost the pits. In this story, you're a scriptwriter. Now, not a bad one, but why would someone hire you if you could never complete the work on time, let alone finish it at all? He sets a calendar date for 3 months. If you can change your habits and finish something by then, you have a shot. This is one of the only opportunities you've had this big. And the day concludes. Footsteps travel the ground. You plug in your computer, type the password, and find Google Docs. A project sits as you begin to type. You begin writing down a unique idea. This will show them. You always find challenge stress testing your work. Are there really 3 plot holes? The premise. Multiple side characters are stuck in a simulated world. They have to make themselves interesting to the main plot to get plot armor and survive. This is going to look great to show your friends. But first, let's fix the main character arc. Maybe you just needed some motivation because the day concludes with an explosion of work. That actually wasn't that bad. Feel like your willpower actually works. The next morning, you take the same steps to reach your PC. But hold up, let's check something before writing. The project mentions itself as you explain your progress. There are mistakes. One user points out that the characters don't act believably in some parts. One person says that you should structure the entire show and then write the episodes, because it'd be more clear and easier to write. I mean, I guess there are things that would make a difference if you improved, but it turns out the 3rd episode is rough. There are multiple major decisions, and if you make a wrong move, it can make everything downstream way harder. By the end of the day, the 3rd episode is barely written. It has a structure behind it, but you definitely could have done more if you put more effort, and maybe you should hold off showing this to your friends. The next morning, things stare away. You find yourself in the middle of a game, 2 hours after waking. So close, and the clock suddenly strikes your attention. Oh crap. Off to a horrible start to the day. You begin writing. At least you could write 1 episode today. But this doesn't get better. The next day, the work is too risky to start. What if it's not good after all that effort? I mean, you already got negative feedback before, and now your new episodes are worse, so imagine what people are going to think of it. The phone scrolls as you wait until you feel ready. But that never comes. You wake up, then scroll before eating, play some games with friends, and struggle to work with the guilt later that day. This cycle continues. The pace feels slower every day. You might as well quit instead of feeling this guilt. 2 months later, while playing just 1 game of Fortnite, a notification hits your ear. What now? Oh crap, it's the studio owner. Confirming his suspicions about you, it might honestly be time to quit. I mean, your work sucks anyways. I mean, it's just not possible. Every day you try harder and you can never make it work. Even when you do start a work block, it's quickly overruled by any cheap dopamine nearby. The calendar is still there, and maybe it's still possible, but definitely not for you. You end up sitting on your couch awkwardly, chips and food all around you, and TV playing in the background. But then, a slight glimpse of a school in the background sparks an idea. The TV turns off. Wait, what does school do to force productivity? I mean, you used to find yourself working for hours on a task you despised. What do they do? Can it be replicated? Later that day, search history multiplies. There are actually numerous things you are missing out on, but there's something really important. Your environment makes it way too hard to choose work over other things. To even begin the work, you have to choose Chrome browser, then choose to click on bookmarks. Then after choosing to click on bookmarks, you choose to click on Google Docs. And while working, you have to actively choose to not give in to temptations. And holy, that actually could be the problem. So what if we make it so that when we first open the PC, Google Docs instantly turns on, so we don't have to decide to start working. It just automatically opens for us. Or what if we make it so that all the other apps are blocked while we start a work blocks with an app like Cold Turkey? But it gets better. It's way too easy to pull out your phone while working. Every time you feel bored or challenged, you have to choose to not open your phone. And the problem with your type of work is there are dozens of micro decisions every minute. Every tiny word choice is a decision, and all it takes is for one of those decisions to be turning on your phone, and you lose hours. And wait, the TV too. We could put the remote away while working. Yeah, we can use these later. By the end, we should be able to set up an environment where you choose to work, sit down, and the work starts. And we could set it up in a way where it's actually annoying to do other things. For example, you can make it so social media and video games are blocked unless you complete a 5-minute task. And yeah, nobody's doing all that just to text something real quick. The shift starts noticeably. The missing phone makes the work feel weird. With no options but the challenging work, you're almost forced off the chair. There's 1 month left, so you could actually get a shot at pitching your idea. The only problem left is a criticism, because honestly, it could suck a lot if you make a few mistakes. It goes dark. Dread fills as you begin the work. It's also earlier than normal. The monitor quickly emits the home screen as you test your new setup. Wait, where's my phone? Oh, never mind, I moved it. A few hours go by. It definitely feels different. It's almost like you control what you do with your time even when you don't feel like it. Now, hopefully this isn't just a temporary motivation boost, because you do have to snap yourself into work after zoning out. And what if you just find new distractions? But by the end of the day, you do get way more done than you thought, and definitely more than you would have before. In fact, you're already writing episode 6. That means at this rate, you could start writing the actual dialogue in 2 days. Now, I would be lying to you if I said this was all easy. The work is arguably even harder than it was, but it feels more controllable. Like, even though it's difficult, well, you can't just open your phone randomly. Like, the only thing right in front of you is the work. So it's very easy to follow through on a work block. Now, after progressing, you do find that some days go terrible. You do sometimes find something to procrastinate with, and mistakes do leak onto your writing. But you're on pace to finish this entire script in time.